Today on Drawbli.
We're looking at the art of tenten.
Hey, I'm Ben.
And I'm Abby.
And let's check out some amazing artwork from Tenten.
Oh my gosh, okay, already.
So, already I have to tell you, as a caveat, a warning here. The first little, few artworks that we're going to look at here, very different from what we're about to see.
Okay, I love that when somebody starts off in one way and then they just discover a new way that they love even more.
So I wanted to show you these first to show how amazing this artist is at just painting. Like, incredible control of value, blending, edges, brushwork, texture.
Yeah.
I mean, everything. Incredible.
Whoa.
Like, incredible stuff.
This is amazing.
Right?
Holy cow.
And compared to what we're about to see, the direction that they've been focusing on over the last maybe few years compared to where they started. By the way, is this Dumbledore?
That's Dumbledore.
Okay, I wasn't sure. I was looking at this earlier. I was like, is this Dumbledore?
I believe that's that's Dumbledore.
Is this OG Dumbledore?
I think it's OG Dumbledore.
Okay, just checking. All right, so obviously like a ton of incredible stuff. Incredible painting. Amazing.
Wow, yes.
Like,
but what are you getting to? You're clearly hinting at something greater.
This.
Okay.
Yeah, well, greater in other ways. So they've really got into educational content and
really?
creating a lot of these like mannequin figures and using them to illustrate like how shapes and forms can be broken down.
Wow.
You saw the kind of before and after
Yeah.
here. But they still, like in all these artworks that I'm about to show you, have a ton of control.
I like this.
Ton of awesome stuff.
I
going
like
on.
this. I love the ideas of where to, break off your forms and have the new form be. That is so cool.
So yeah, just like thinking about how you can kind of simplify and break the human form down into these simplified shapes. Extremely cool. Very, very helpful stuff for a ton of artists.
Whoa.
These are some Bridgman studies that they did with this idea in mind. Please go check out their ArtStation. There's a link down below in the description. Always recommend that you go check out the artists a little more because they have a lot more than what we're gonna look at here.
Amazing.
Yeah, so I'm a huge fan. Like I said, I've been following Tenten for a long time, for a number of years, and this is the first artwork that I saw from them. This style of stuff where they're breaking it down into these simplistic shapes. So seeing those old paintings compared to this, I was like, whoa, that's great. Okay, so like they're a very, very skilled painter, yet they use these for educational stuff.
I love how much life these have.
Right? I'm not sure if they like give all this stuff away for free. They have a ton of free references and helpful guides on their ArtStation. But if they have like tutorials and stuff like that, highly recommend checking them out if they're in your language.
Oh, I love this. Look, he's saying, here, I will show you from life how we do this.
Yeah.
This is amazing.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, there's just so much helpful stuff here. And I love the breakdown here of the skeleton, kind of showing that inside with the musculature over top.
Yeah.
And then kind of the breakdown of shapes.
I like that. He really wants you to know like the ins and outs of why this piece goes this way. That's so cool.
Yeah, it's, just looking at these, I think a lot of people are going to find just the images we're looking at here very helpful. Breaking things down into proportions. This is more of a kind of stylized proportional breakdown. Not very close to like realistic human proportions, but still very cool.
I like that though, because we need those, the breakdown of, because a lot of people want to draw like this.
Yeah. In my experience, like breaking down stylized characters, as long as you put like the crotch in the middle of the character roughly, you're okay. And a lot of the time you don't even have to do that, and it's totally fine. Like I recently did that character for Epic Games, the Pink Goblin character. Oot, the Lost Fang. And the torso is extremely small in that character. And the legs are super long, the arms are super long, the hands and feet are super big, the head's massive. Like, there's no correct way to do art.
There isn't,
There are better ways to do art, in my opinion.
That's true.
But there's not always an easy answer.
These are so good.
Right? Yeah, I'm just like, enthralled by all of them.
Trunk, muscle, structure. This is awesome. This is like the cover of an anatomy book.
For sure, for sure. These, like this breakdown right here. So when I started sculpting, in like, you know, learning anatomical form, essentially surface anatomical form, because when you're creating art, that's really all that matters, unless you're a medical artist. These shapes that I see, I'm like, oh yeah, these are like, this is pretty similar to how I would create these shapes and kind of simplify a lot of these forms. Like the torso here, even here in the torso, I'm like, this is probably a lot more information than what I would go into. Because this dude here is like jacked.
He's jacked out of his gourd.
Most people, even like people who are super strong, you don't get this kind of definition here. And this is called the serratus muscles, serratus anterior, here on the side of the abdominal wall. So like those connect onto your scapula, and they normally don't have that kind of definition.
Gotcha.
Like, you could be shredded out of your mind and not have that kind of definition. They're very, very small, kind of thin muscles. But either way, not to get off topic too much, but yeah, just I love the perspective in these as well.
Yeah, because that's just as hard to do as anything else, is to draw like a human form in these
extreme perspective.
Yeah.
Like an ant's perspective like we have here.
Right. It's easy to draw maybe one piece from one perspective, but the whole thing all from the same perspective, it requires so many guidelines, and those guidelines can be hard to use.
And did I mention they also help you with fabric as well? Like showing how something like this could exist, and like, you know, all the overlaps there.
That's so cool.
I love this exploded view down here.
That's such a unique look.
Popping off the skeleton.
Just a new way to look at things. And you know, sometimes, you know, one way of instruction works so well for one person and not another. And maybe you just see something from one person one day and it just clicks for you all of a sudden. You're like, oh, this is what I needed. I wasn't getting it, but now I am.
Yeah, for sure. I think, you know, Asaro style heads where it's kind of like a planar head like this are very helpful for me when it comes to, or when it came to like sculpting back in the day when I was like learning large primary forms. I always found this kind of stuff really helpful to see.
Yeah, this is very helpful.
For painting, I don't really know what that is for me right now. I feel like I just need to put in the work, you know?
I still think, I'm at a point where I just need to do more time, and this is
put in the time.
Yeah.
This is one of, I'm just gonna say, this is my favorite artwork that they've ever created.
I love this.
I love this artwork.
You could sculpt that.
Absolutely love it. I have thought long and hard about sculpting this.
You should. You should. That would be amazing.
And if you would like to see more amazing artists, click that like and subscribe button.
And check out our guidebook, How to Easily Draw Every Day, at the link below in the description.
And this is the part where we say...
Goodbye.
Goomba. Abby, I have to say thank you for taking us through that yoga flow just a moment ago.
Oh, you're welcome.
I feel so limber and stretched out now.
We are very limbered and very well stretched.
I am the least flexible human on planet Earth.